I did not read our question rarely. Yes, I do read, but you know, there's so many. I'm getting questions from Instagram and then from YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so I may have missed some of the questions. So what do you have for me? I'll try to answer your questions. Favorite Final Fantasy VII character have to be Tifa. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I missed out some of your questions. It's really a lot of questions coming in. Yeah. So I can only turn my head every now and then to look at the questions. Yeah. So my apology. Yeah. So what do you have for me? Mm. Uh, that's the Twitch member called X Gist, I think. Yeah. I will try to answer your question so that you don't go back to your social media and say that I'm a rude person. I'm not. Okay. Just a proclaimer. No, this is not proclaim. This is this is traditional. Yeah. So I draw with pen and ink and markers. Yeah. How long do your Marvel covers take me to do? Usually a comic cover will take me about 8 to 10 hours, depends on the complexity. So it's either one full day or 2 half days work for all covers. What brush pen do I recommend? I do recommend the one that I'm using is called Copic Gaston Fude brush pen. Copic Gaston Fude brush pen for small details, and then you can go with the Pentel brush pen. Mm, Pentel brush pen, black, and also have a Pentel brush pen, gray. Yeah, actually it comes with a lot more colors, but I only do the black one and the gray one for my need. Titus, yeah, yeah, I think I should, right? Are the touch marker refillable? Yes, they come with a refill ink you can buy, just like Copic. So in every way, I think that the touch marker is as good as Copic and also refillable, but it's much cheaper. We are talking about 30% to 40% cheaper, depends on where you get it from. Mm. So for those of you who want to start out uh, doing Copic markers or doing marker work, I think touch marker is a good choice. Favorite Tifa dress from the remake? um, I must say is the I like the kimono versions. Yeah. Do I use blending cards to draw on? I don't know what's blending cards. Do I do narrative artworks? If I talk about comic kind of artworks, like or artworks that tells a deeper stories, mm, sometimes I do that for my comic covers. That tells a bit more of a story of the backstory uh, about the characters. Uh, But you talk about those more narrative kind of works like comic panels kind of works. No, I don't. Do I prefer the original or the remake? So far, of course I prefer the remake. But the reason why I like the remake because I love the original. So I look forward to see how the story pan out for the subsequent installments. But so far, I'm loving it. Is that Gassen Fude brush pen? Yes, that it is. Good eyes. You want to see me draw Spawn? I don't really draw ugly characters. Well, I mean, not really ugly, but I drew Venom. I drew Carnage. Those are more monster-like characters. I love your work. I try to learn everything from you with each post. Thank you. Yeah. Hope you find it useful. Can you draw Tifa in her dress? I wish I have time to draw every version of her, really. But unfortunately, my time is really limited. Mm. So I have to pick my battle. How much time do I spend practicing anatomy a day? In the past, when I was younger, I spent a lot more time on those. So I'm talking about just drawing alone. I can't just like whole day spend on practicing anatomy. I need to draw something that I like as well to keep my art fun. But in total, I'll draw about 6 to 8 hours a day, especially on those days that I don't have schools. Hmm. Could you purchase any of this? Yes, eventually after I'm done, usually I put it up on my online store for purchase. I mean the original work. Uh, I don't sell prints of all this, so if you're looking for prints, I don't, but I do publish sketchbooks, something like all this. Those are sketchbook that I have. So in the sketchbook, you'll find sketches of my traditional work. So I definitely include Tifa and there's another Tifa. I will definitely include Tifa into my next sketchbook. See, Castlevania, guns. Yeah. Have I played Final Fantasy Remake yet? Yes, finish. Done. Do I know Tetsuya Nomura? I know him by reputations. I don't know him in person. I would love to, but no, I don't. Mm. But having said that, I really love his work. Mm. Have I joined Sephiroth? Yes, I did. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, let me take some time to finish the ice. Undisturbed. Can't afford to screw it up at this point. Hmm. Nice. Do I like the remix so far? Yes, totally in love with it. Thank you. The Sailor Moon I did for Misha was amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's a big Sailor Moon fan. All right, let's put some highlight. Okay, now it pops. Do I have a Final Fantasy sketchbook? No, I don't think I have one book that with all the Final Fantasy characters, but I mixed them up. And here I share your work and style. Thank you. Thank you very much. About to finish Macro Reactor 5. It gets better. I'm trying to find a background color. Meanwhile, if you have any more questions to ask me, I can answer some questions. Yeah, since I'm about done here. What type of paper? Yeah, it's a home. It's something that I found at home. In my local stationery shop. It's some kind of inkjet paper, I think. It's not something that I meant for Copics, but it's so well interacts so well with Copics and ink. I start using it and start loving it. Is there a link to see what I have drawn for purchase? Usually, after I'm done, I'll put it up on my artgem.com website that you can pick it up from. Usually, I'll go for the auction uh, route so you can bid for it. How do you decide when to stop adding details or adding a specific color that looks already good in a piece? Well, this is something that you have to try. There's no one way of doing it. Every piece is different, so you have to see which piece. Uh, Once you learn enough and make enough mistakes, then you will know that which how far you want to stop. I mean, in art, it's hard to say that, oh, this is already done. Usually, a piece is done when Your deadline is here. You have no choice but to submit it. Then it's done. Otherwise, it's really up to your personal patience. And usually, my criteria is this: if I draw another stroke on it or put another uh, color on it, and it doesn't make any more difference, then I will stop. Sometimes you think this is done, but few years down the road, when you look back at this piece of work, you find that actually there's more can be done because you have leveled up. So maybe at this point of time, that's the best you can do, and that's what you consider that as finished. But I can guarantee you that in the future, when you look back at this, you say, "Oh, I wish I've done that and done and did this and did that," and that's normal. That's how we learn and grow. You should do read Monica from Battle Chaser. Really? I should? The funny thing is that it feels like that's a lot of things I should do, or people would like me to do. Unfortunately, I just don't have that amount of time to draw every single thing. I mean, if I have a time, I mean, if I have time, I would love to draw the entire cast of Final Fantasy, but that's quite unlikely it will happen. How long time you find feel in drawing? Feel means like do you feel that you are getting into it, like start to understand things? It takes time. There's no one point of your life that you find that, oh, uh, I think I got it already, or I think now I understand everything. No, you understand more every day. As you continue to practice and learn, you understand more, and things start to click a lot more. Now we have a lot of, or many of you will have a lot of gaps in your knowledge in art. So it's like a circle with a lot of holes in it. So every time you learn and practice, things that will start to integrate and you start to fill up those holes of your knowledge. And then you find that things start to work with each other much better. So that something takes time to grow. Mm. And it may take your whole life to fill up all the gaps. And I don't even think that's possible in the first place. But you find that you interact a lot more. No, sometimes you have this so-called the awakening moment or the so-called the light bulb just go on, and you find, oh, I got it. Oh, that's how it works. Oh, now I get it. It's like you somehow surprise yourself with that little breakthrough that you have. And that is the moment when some of the knowledge start to integrate. That means you start to filling up some of the holes in your knowledge. That's why you have that awakening or the breakthrough moments. And you encounter that for your whole life as an artist. So when those moments come, ask yourself, what have you done right? And try to remember it. Don't let it go. Have you ever thought of making interior art for ongoing comic series? Many times publishers like DC and Marvel, they come to me and offer me interior work for many times, and I rejected them. Uh, Mainly because I don't think I am committed to run a regular comic books for a long period of time. I mean, I'll get tired really easily. I'll get bored very easily. So I I don't think I will. So I'd rather spend time making good covers for those comic artists who has the patience and dedications to make interior pages. I just make the book look good so that people or people who are not into comic can pick up the books and start to appreciate the interior works. Let's see if I can answer a few more questions. Have you considered joining Lin Ming Mei from Macross? I've already drawn her. In fact, I've made an official comic book of, well, not exactly Macross, but Robotech, but that with Ming Mei on it. So you can just Google Ajam Robotech. You should be able to see that cover, official comic cover. Can I live just drawing, just by selling drawings? Of course you can. Many artists do that. They make a decent living um, selling their artworks. I would say that even though there are more people getting into digital, I find it will never replace traditional art. It will only make traditional art even more valuable. Many times people have this fear that, oh, when it comes to the advancement of technology, when digital art is so much easier to create, now artwork will become cheaper. Yes, in a way, but traditional art will always hold its value. If not, it will increase, simply because that in the past, all the products are handmade. Your shoes are handmade. Your shirts are handmade. Everything that you have is handmade. Your tables are handmade, right? But now, in order to have something handmade, you have to pay extra. Does that mean the handmade products are better? Well, debatable. Maybe not all the time. But somehow you pay a premium price for handmade products. Why? Because of the human touch. Because it's harder for the craftsman to handmade stuff. So you pay a lot more for something handmade that may not actually look better or work better than machine made stuff. So I think art will go this way. Traditional art will continue to increase in value, especially for uh, a drawing like this that only exists for one piece, one original piece. Yeah. So that's a good thing to invest in traditional. Mm. What do you prefer, Prismacolor Premier or Faber-Castell Polychromos? I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos, so I think that's my preferred one. Mm, mm. Let's have a close-up shot of her. Mm. Not too bad. She looks cute. Mm. How much for commission for blank cover? Unfortunately, I don't take commission now. Things may change. If I continue to stay at home, I may have to start taking some traditional commission. But at this point of time, I don't accept commissions yet. Mm. If you want to know the pricing, just shoot me a message on Facebook, uh, on my personal page, my fan page. I mean, then we can talk. Mm. All right. If there's no, is there any further questions that you want me to answer? I'll try to share as much as I can. Yeah. Which one is better, Copic or Prisma? Now, I'm not sure about Prisma now. In the past, when I use Prisma, it doesn't come with the brush tip. The reason why I use Copic now because of the brush tip, which is extremely useful for rendering hair and fabrics. So I would definitely prefer Copic for now, unless Prisma has the brush tip as well. Uh, for 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 me, I only use Copic and touch marker, Shinhan touch marker. Those the Shinhan touch marker that I use, and Copic. So only two versions: Copic sketch marker and touch marker from Korea. That both are compatible with each other, so you can mix and match. Mm. Do I like Procreate? Yes, I like Procreate, and especially when Procreate with iPad Pro, amazing. Yeah. Do I sell this? Yes, eventually I'll put all this up on stores for people to purchase it. Mm. So I've done this one today and done the Arif ones. So two down. So the next one, if I do stream, that will be cloud. That'll be cloud. Mm. Hello, handsome or pretty. Mm. White Joe Reg S? Maybe not. Yeah. Mm. How's the coronavirus situation here in Singapore? Well, we are in a pretty much of a lockdown kind of situations, although you don't call it lockdown, just stay home basically. So we are trying to flatten the curve, as they say, to break the situations. So most of us are required to stay alone or maximum just interact with your family members, and that's it. Yeah. I hope this thing will pass. I really miss going back for conventions and meeting fans and friends. Mm. Any plan on doing videos on of drawing on iPad Pro plus Procreate? Unfortunately, I'm not really a pro when it comes to Procreate and iPad Pro. Yeah, I do on it a little bit, but I don't think I am good enough to teach or to share with you how I work. Uh, Hopefully, I have more time to play with it, but for now, not much. I really don't have time to do a lot of mobile sketching or on the go drawing on the go stuff. Mm. I'm either like in front of my workstations or I'm drawing something traditional like what I'm doing here. Mm. Yeah. Hey, Steven, good to see you here. Mm. Sephiroth, yes, I did Sephiroth already. Just Google Artgerm Sephiroth, you will see that version of mine. Yeah. What's your way to observe reality in order to increase my understanding? Well, not just observe and questions. I find that many times your improvement does not rely solely on drawing physically, actually drawing. Many times your improvement will come when you start questioning about life and observe details in life. For example, why does the edges of the shadow look sharp here? Why does it look soft on the other side? Why does it look green here, blue there, and red there? Um, how do I know that the floor is wet? How do I know that this is metal? How do I know that this is shiny and polished metal compared to that one's matte and brushed? How do I know about that? So you keep asking that why questions when you observe reality, and you keep doing the Q&A with yourself. Ask the question, try to find the answer. Try to work it out yourself, and ask keep asking the question until you can't answer that. Then you can look for answer online or with people who have gone through that path before, and that will really help you to grow a lot more. So when next time when you come back to drawing, you have a lot more knowledge in your head. Mm, mm. Can I please add the red outline on the button? Yeah, I think I should. Mm. Here, right? Yeah, here, right? Yeah, I'll do that here. Mm. You must be OCD, huh? Mm. How to approach appeal? Because it's subjective. Yes, art is subjective in a way that your aesthetics depends on your personal taste. So is art in general. But there's some art that appeal to more people. That means more general appeal. Some art are more unique and niche that lesser people or fewer people will appreciate that. So since we can't figure what exactly is the best style or the best, most appealing way to do art, then just follow your what you love to draw. So draw what you personally enjoy, appreciate, and find aesthetic about it, and then you apply that into your work. Of course, if you come to the moment of your life that you find that you draw something that you personally like in terms of the art style, but many people don't like it, or most people prefer something else, then you may want to ask yourself, is that something that is too niche for the audience? Um, or do you want to expand yourself so that you can incorporate a new style that is have a lot more mass appeal? So at times you want to make a living with it, that more people can look at it, then you can, provided you personally like it. So the bottom line is that you have to love what you draw first, and then you try to expand your taste. Try out different food, so to speak. Try out different recipe, different food, and you may like it as well. And you may find one of the recipes that you have, which is has more mass appeal, but at the same time you also enjoy it. That will ensure, or at least that will increase your chance of survival in the industry. I mean, eventually, when we're doing commercial art must have a commercial value. That means it must reach to the target audience. We are not doing fine art here. If we're doing fine art, doesn't matter. You draw what you love, and that's it. Even the whole world doesn't like it, it doesn't matter because it's your personal expressions. But when it comes to commercial art, you need to answer people's questions and solve your customer's problem. If you want to attack those grounds, then sometimes a more mass appeal, just like in games, comic, manga, anime, there are certain mass appeal that is easier to sell. Uh, if you can find some joy in working on those, then you will increase your chance of survival. Yeah, remember to turn on my notification on the social media so when I broadcast live or do anything or post anything new on social media or from an announcement of the next live stream, you'll be able to catch it. You can follow me on all across all social media, but I'm mostly active on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So do follow me there. You can find me at Jump or across all social media. I'm at Jump everywhere. Mm. How much do I buy my Copic set? A lot. It's very expensive. Um, so I try to make full use of it. So try not to buy the whole set. Buy it progressively as and when you like it. Certain colors you buy and start to add it to your collections. Because you always find the favorite red, favorite blue, favorite green that you use. So you don't need the full spectrum of Copics. Except for vanity sake. Otherwise, there's no need to. Yeah. Just buy on demand. All right, that will be the end of my live stream. I'm really grateful that all of you can come in and watch, and I hope you enjoy your time with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and stay safe. Bye bye.